Jason, how you doing, sir? Thanks for being here today.
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
This is the first episode. I want to take a second and thank you because we would not be here without you. I came to you with this idea a few months ago, and you just let us roll with it and get you the info, and then you greenlit and gave the blessing, and I just appreciate that. It's not every day you get leadership that, in any industry, in any profession, any company, that lets the people just go out and run and then report back, and then you make a decision. So I guess what I'm curious is how did you get to a place where you let people do that, run with their own ideas?
I think it was the evolution of my experience in the workforce. I spent 20 years as a police officer in the City of Bethlehem, and I had the fortune of getting promoted maybe 8 years into the job. It was promoted to sergeant, and then it was eventually put in charge of a specialty unit of community police officers. So I'd spent years working in that unit and then was put in charge of it. And during that time, I tried to adopt this. I tried to pull things from people who I worked for, wherever that may have been, tips and tricks and things that I thought were traits of a good supervisor, a good leader, and tried to employ that in that realm. And that was probably one of the biggest things of I viewed my role as the sergeant to do everything I could to give all of those officers all the tools they needed to do their job, and then let them go. And time again, they continued to amaze me with the things that they come up with, the innovations that they developed, solutions to problems that I never would have come up with myself. And I think that was just a lesson that I learned, that if you allow people that latitude and that freedom to go out and do it on their own, they're going to amaze you. You give them guardrails, you give them guidelines, answer questions, you provide everything you can for them, but just let them run with ideas, and it's fascinating what they can come up with.
So policing, I'm curious of your thoughts on this. Policing has almost two models for leadership, and these are very overarching, but you have like a command and control model where everything's got to go up, everything's got to get approval. It takes away some of the autonomy of individuals. And then you have this empowerment model where, hey, you give everybody the space to run with their ideas. There are checklists and chain of command to follow, but they're very, in my opinion, and I've worked in different agencies that have different styles, the micromanaging command and control style, why it may be effective for operational purposes, the day in and day out, creates low morale. I don't think retention is as high because people want to go work for a place that is allowed to run with their ideas, and maybe not always going to be told yes, but some of the times will be told yes. And I'm just curious, was it a personal thing for you more than just the City of Bethlehem experience? How did you get to this place where you want people to go? And I've seen you do this in leadership meetings. You'll tell people to, hey, run your squads, run your platoons. You have the autonomy and the permission and support from me. And I just think it's an amazing thing. I'm just curious, like, how you got to that point. Was it an evolution, or you always thought that?
Oh, yeah, definitely an evolution. I didn't always think the way I think. I'm so happy that I don't think now the way I thought throughout my entire lifetime. I'd like to think that I'm evolving. We'll see. You could be the judge of that. But so I think it was a process, and again, like picking little bits and things that I learned along the way from others. So it was never like this scripted plan, I guess.
When you came Lehigh about 8 years ago, is that right?
Just over 8 years ago, yeah.